To finally do what you always talk about and release a demo, please clarify. Do you really have nothing to show after 8 years?
No!
Oh, hello. Finally!
Don't be afraid of poor marketing and you'll be stronger. Good game will sell nonetheless. The money will come to you.
Good morning! Well, good morning. It's no longer good morning. Oh. Better late than never. Hey. Positive message. I take it, bro. Thanks. Good morning. Ooh. Man, that was too much. Oh my god. Better never than late. Band. Shh. Hello, AQ. Good morning. Only 3 hours later, yeah. I had no choice. I was phoning with a customer and
Cakez got 0
I can't
res,
just say, hey,
and that
hey,
demo
hey,
is never
mate,
dropping.
What you talking about? You want me to fix this problem? Do you know who I am? I need to stream right now, bro. What you talking about? I can call you later, man. Fuck you. I can't just do that, man. Like, that's a good way to get fired. Absolutely. Finally hung up on Collector. Yeah, I was debating Collector this entire time, telling him that no, he's wrong and I'm right. Exactly. That's what I was doing, actually. I got so triggered by him that I started calling him so we can continue the argument so that I will win and he loses. Yeah, I needed to prove him wrong more than I needed to be right. New level, yeah. So I was agreeing with you guys that the level from yesterday sucked, and so I thought I'd make a new level. This one's called Goblin Camp. It's not done yet, but essentially I'm thinking about adding a fence here, somewhat of a fence like this. Maybe a two-parter. I don't know. We'll see. Excuse me. And then putting a couple of goblins here in the camp. And then these 2 goblins there as well. And so the idea for today is, looks better. Thank you. I tried my best to make an interesting map that is unique. And I also placed something here. Yeah, the reindeer now has a place because the goblins will be in the camp and they are roasting the reindeer. So it actually got a place in the game now, which makes sense with the enemies. Thank you, Hobbly Gobbly. I appreciate it. And Diamond Mummy, good morning. Super cool. Good morning. You too, bro.
The money will come to you.
Man, oof. And Ulas Akatas, Aktas on YouTube, good morning as well. You see that I placed a log here. This is something we'll work on in the future too. You will be able to click on the log and then remove it for money. Just like in Bloons. So you can open up, because this is a really good attack spot. If you put a very high ranged unit here, you can essentially attack here, here, and then here again. And so this is one of the best spots with the most coverage, apart from maybe here. This one could be better, because you have all around coverage. But yeah, that one's a really good spot. You're late, Cakez. Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't come on earlier, bro.
Hi.
I wrote on Discord. I was still phoning with the customer the entire time. I couldn't just leave, you know. So I'm sorry, guys. I tried to be online earlier. I didn't manage to do it.
Cakez, dirty dog fucker, no
yeah, and so I'm not gonna click on any of these because these are just broken and.
No clue, no knowledge, no game.
I saw this.
No good text, no code, dumb idiot, react, Tangy
TD levels be like.
Champ.
Corporate needs to find out the difference between this picture and this picture. They are the same picture, yeah. So basically that was the level yesterday. And now I redesigned this level to be different. And now we have this level right here. Which I think I did a good job. I think it looks good. I'm quite proud of the level, if I do say so myself. I think it's good. Really good looking. Can be improved, of course, but I think that's one of my better levels when it comes to grasslands. And so I didn't toss away any levels that I made, but this one is probably going to be... It's probably going to be locked in at this point. That will be level 2, to say the least, for sure. Hello. After a long time, your game is looking better and better. Good to see this. I was unable to join streams for the past few months. Hey, Decryptor, yeah, that's true, my man. Welcome back, bro. How you doing, my man? How you doing? Nice to see you back, man. Have a lot of work to do every day, and we're also renovating by ourselves, so it's taking tons of time. I see. So you're in a new house, or did you buy like a flat yourself? Shaping up nicely. Thank you. Really nice. Check the last video. I do not check these videos on stream. They are just completely broken and out of this world. I don't even want them on my Discord, to be honest. Short hits to be forgiven, Cakes? No. So yeah, today we are going to be scripting enemies. So basically what I want to do in the game is I want to be able to tell units to stand in a place for a certain amount of time, maybe until a certain round, or maybe some point in a round, and then start moving to a certain waypoint and then follow the path from that point on. I want them to be smart, or I want them to patrol. And basically, I want them to be real enemies
easily a mixed review
that
mostly positive.
you can attack. So essentially, right now we are in the preparation stage of the game, and I can save it. When I start, you can see that he's starting to attack this guy, and they are moving towards the front, or to the first point of the path, and then they will follow the path. And so what I want to be able to do is for them to keep standing here, even though I started the level. And so I can basically clear away enemies that are already occupying spots on the map by placing a tangerine in a certain spot, maybe out of harm's way, so he can attack them from range. And then I will also be able to place, let's say, enemy archers who are a little bit more difficult to defeat. And so we'll have to deploy maybe a different strategy to defeat the archers or something like that. And so, yeah, I want to do that. Like, there are multiple ways to do this, and I think that will be somewhat interesting. And from this point onwards, I'm trying to design the game by keeping enemies dealing damage to me in mind. I want to keep in mind that the mechanic of the game, one of the biggest mechanics of the game, is that the enemies fight back. And so every single level needs to somehow deal with this mechanic. And then when I'm done designing this, let's say we have 2 to 3 levels out, like what we wrote down yesterday. When we have done this, hopefully in 2 weeks, maybe I need a bit more time, maybe 3 weeks, we don't know. I will put out a new playtest, an actual playtest. I will probably make a new thing, because I want to learn how to do that. This is all about learning here. And then maybe I would like you to give me feedback on that version of the game, how you like it. You know? That's what I would like to do. Minus 5,000. Yeah, I paused it. I paused it because I was talking. And so, yeah, I thought it would be nice before we begin. There was a person on Discord that actually linked something interesting. It's a really short video. How to fail at tower defense games. I've never seen this video. What is this? Let's see. It's very short. 100,000 views. That's crazy. How to fail at tower defense games. That's new. Let's see. I wonder if this is about an indie game development. At indie game development. Oh, let's see here. What is this?
The best way to...
This is important for TCAP too, because he's making a tower defense game as well. And he's not putting it out on Steam. Are you afraid? You should. 4 years. Because, you know, he was making fun of me earlier. Who is he talking to? Yeah, who are you talking to, huh? Who are you talking to? Anyways.
Fail at indie game development is to never try. But one could argue that if you never try,
True.
you'll never fail. So let's assume
That's pussy behavior. Shit, I said the wrong word. But it is. You are weak if you never try. That's laziness.
you do try. Here's how to fail.
Okay.
Alright, you've decided to make a classic game genre, tower defense.
Yeah.
Why? Because you're a chicken and just want to make a game that people will play. You're not trying to be successful, but you're
Okay. I'm making the game that I want to make. I'm not a chicken.
also avoiding taking any major risks or making any real effort. That's okay. Sometimes we just need to stay in our comfort zones and ask people politely to slap us in the face after they enjoy our game, but only play it for about 15 minutes. Because, I mean,
They played my game for 6 minutes, bro. 15 minutes is good. When you are, listen, man. When you're at the bottom, the only way is to go up, bro. 15 is better than 5 or 6 or 7.
to be honest, who doesn't like a tower defense game? I mean, even
Yeah,
the crappy
exactly.
ones are pretty fun.
I
When
love it.
making a tower defense game, all you need is a path, enemies, and towers. That's
Smart.
it. Don't try to be special now, all right?
Yep.
Don't try to bend out of the bounds with creativity and make
Did you notice something about the path? Should I rebind it to you? The path has the same thickness the entire time. That's a rule I learned after making a tower defense game for 3 years. I had paths that were uneven, and it made it really difficult to read. An even path, like if you want to learn something about tower defense games, he doesn't talk about this here, but he's doing it right intuitively. You might be doing something right intuitively, but you don't know why it's right. The reason why you make it the same thickness everywhere is because you can read it better. And when you zoom out, it is easier to see that, oh, this is a path. Because a tower defense game is all about reading the path. You know where the enemies walk from, where they come from, where they go, where they walk along.
Don't try to be special now, all right? Don't try to bend out of the bounds with creativity and make us see tower defense games in any other way than this. No. Stick to the stuff you know. It's better by far to keep things
Nah, okay, bro, I'm making a new game. Just wait.
as they are. So just stick to the status quo.
Yeah.
Anyways, when you do follow this template, just use super generic geometric shapes to represent your towers. Instead of coming up with a unique theme and style.
guy
I mean,
making
can you
a
imagine
joke?
if you even just decided to do a silly, random combination of things? Like, I don't know, monkeys and balloons? That would never become popular. In your tower defense game, make the only goal be to last as long as possible, like any goal in a tower defense game should be. The only thing you want the player to look forward to is their eventual loss, making the only satisfaction they might get be
He's right, though. Because in Bloons, the only thing that you can do is lose. Or the only thing that you can do is survive until you lose. Because you can never actually win. There is no last round in a game. When you get to the last round in Bloons, it repeats back and loops to 0. Yep. You can't actually win in Bloons, so he's right.
during those sweet 2 or 3 waves, where it no longer feels like a slow march of pathetic enemies that you might have to wait hours for, but before
Yeah.
it's turned into a chaotic mess of color and light where you have no idea what's going on. At least till your frame rate drops to 1 frame every, like, 5
Hey, we're not gonna have the problem because we'll be in C++, but yeah, that happens.
days. With that goal in mind, make the player's health a small number, and enemies so numerous and fast that when they finally do get through, you have no time to react and you lose in the blink of an eye, making any number of lives kind of pointless because you might as
So he's saying, like, I know he's joking, right? He's saying you shouldn't have a low number of lives, like 20. Really? Chimps mod in Bloons is 1 life, right? But it's Chimps mod. It's the most difficult mode in Bloons. 1,000 lives? No, like increase this by 10x, for example, 200 lives. That's interesting. It depends on how many enemies you have, but okay, yeah. So basically what I'm saying here, for those of you who don't understand, if you spawn a lot of enemies, you overwhelm the player by spawning millions and millions or millions and billions and trillions of enemies, then you should also have quite a large HP pool. Otherwise, it sucks for the player. So everything you say, he said, maybe it's obvious, right? But everything he says, invert it, and that's advice.
they finally do get through, you have no time to react and you lose in the blink of an eye, making any number of lives kind of pointless because you might as well just have 1 life. When it comes to tower types, again, don't break the status quo, just stay generic. You know, a normal shooting tower, a bomb tower, a sniper tower. the normal stuff. And always make your tower placement high commitment. Once you place that thing, there is no way to move it. Not even with a balancing cost or penalty. Oh, you misclicked? Nah, bro, you gotta start the whole game over now.
I see. So he's saying that there should be a way for towers to be moved in the game. That is an interesting mechanic, and you have that in Bloons and other tower defense games too. Well, you don't have it in Kingdom Rush, but you do have it to a degree.
Tower defense games are all about replayability, so make sure the player figures out the optimal strategy after about 5 minutes. Don't include any synergies, potential strategies, customizability, or
I see. Synergies, strategies. Yeah. Okay, wow.
creative possibility. Instead, make it so only one possible strategy can lead to success. We wouldn't want the player to actually feel like they can express themselves creatively or explore the possibilities of your game as they slowly master the complex mechanics. Nah, that would be good design. Also, keep enemies just as simple and generic so as not to confuse the player. Only increase their difficulty by making them stronger or by having more of them. None of this specialized
So he's saying that more enemies and higher HP is boring. Add in counters. So basically you have an enemy that is resistant to physical attacks. Now you have to deal magic damage to him to beat him. That's like the most typical thing in any tower defense game though. But I guess you learn that, yes.
Enemies that require thought and strategy to prepare for and overcome type of stuff. No, you don't want that, because we like to see just a million sprites all fighting for the top Z layer and tanking the frame rate to less frames per second than you have Dream games released. Again, when it comes to tower defense games, it's all about staying within the expectations of the player. So
Again, the same thickness everywhere. This guy, maybe he knows, maybe he doesn't, but it's important.
best way to fail at a tower defense game is to make just another tower defense game. And you can do that. I know that you can, because remember, you're the...
Hey, that's actually something I thought about for a long time. Should I just make a new tower defense game?
little weak sauce chicken that decided to make a tower defense game. And if you follow these instructions carefully, you are bound to succeed at failure. Hey, it's time for another outro. Thanks for watching, and I can't think of anything to say, so I'm just going to be quiet.
Yo, my man, thank you very much. Nice video, right? Nice and short and sweet. Good stuff. There's some actual really good nuggets of information in there that can help. Different types of enemies. This one is a flying enemy. This one, oh wow, that's a flying enemy too, but he's fast, I guess. It's really good stuff, man. Electric enemies.
Or an overcome type of...
Yeah. Bunny hopping enemies. So basically maybe he can't be targeted while he's hopping or something. Or he can hop forward, teleport forward. There's so many different types of things that are packed in this video that at a glance you don't know, like you might not understand. Like for example, this express yourself, meaning let's say you have a way to beat the enemy type that comes. You should have more than one way. More than 2 ways, maybe more than 3 ways to beat the enemy type so that you don't enforce the same playstyle every time. It's like so many, like these are common things, but they can quickly, if you don't pay attention, you can quickly forget about them. What is this? Links to your VODs? Links to your VODs, Pepe Love. This does not link to my VODs. You are wrong, links. So I'll ban you? For saying that, just another tower defense game is a good game, is a good title for a game. Hey, that would actually be interesting, you're right. Anyways, good video, really good stuff. I'll probably even keep this to watch like multiple times to keep in mind, because it's always good to go back. Have you ever been in a situation where you're in so deep that you don't see the overview? That's what it feels to me sometimes. You're going so deep into the material that, well, the basics you might not oversee. You might not be able to, how do you say that? See them anymore. And so I think I'll just do this, and then I call. Wait, like, why can I not rename this? I want to call this "Keep in Mind." I mean, can I not? Edit. I see. I see. Well, whatever. So keep in mind. Like this. Cakez, will you watch this yearly, which means another 6 times until... I don't understand where this comes from. Search tower defense, you will see a bunch of TDs. Oh, Redneck. Okay, so you told me yesterday that there are a bunch of tower defense games out there who are just generic tower defense games, boring, and they don't offer anything specific, and you wanted to warn me about that pitfall. Okay, let's go to Steam. Not SteamDB. Steam. I hate that so much. It's so annoying. Steam. Just to Steam, please. And so you say I should search tower defense. Which one should I click on, though? Why not SteamDB? I guess we can do SteamDB. Fine. Let's go SteamDB then. Tower defense. So, which one should I click on then? Let's look at tower defense games. I'm not gonna click on Surviving Purge, a gay tower defense. I don't think that's a good thing to click on. I should probably also change my settings, because in order to look at some of the games that a viewer made, I had to turn this on. I don't know. Let me see here. Can I not see like my profile settings, or do I have to do that? Like, I need to turn off. What is this? Guys, does anyone have the link to the Steam settings that allows you to see mature content, and I need to turn it off? Where can I see? Does someone have the link to that? Please. Okay, this guy is gone. Yoinking Games. Steam community profiles, Cakez. Let's see. You're bad. Stop rickrolling me, man. Can you stop doing that? Stop it! I need to work here, okay? It's off by default. Yeah, I turned it on, Farmer, because a viewer of mine linked me games he made, and I tried to look at the games, but then I didn't manage to... Like, I'm scared that I have adult content turned on, and I don't want to look at an adult game on Steam. We won't see it. The naughty stuff is banned in Germany, but there's got to be a setting here somewhere. Right? There's got to be an easy one. Family? Security? Interface? Library? Like, there's got to be something here, guys. There has to be. Steam part, account preferences. Ah, thank you. So this is it. Mature content. So what do I do? I don't understand these checkboxes. So do I turn this off? Do I remove the checkbox? So it says some products and user-generated content on Steam may not be appropriate for all audiences. Tick these boxes to indicate which store products and community content you want to see. So basically, I don't want to see any nudity or sexual content on the community and the store. So I turn these two off. Correct? Uncheck them. And now I don't save it all. It's just saved. There's no save button here. So it is just saved. So when I go and reload the other page now. Wait. Document expired. Try again. Resend. So when I reload the page, why is it still showing me the gay tower defense game? Though. So does that mean I can resend? Like, my settings should have been updated. SteamDB is not Steam, that's SteamDB. Okay, well, then, fine. Okay, let's click at Dunterra. This game, and then Mushroom Tower Defense. Oh god, that doesn't look that great. Coming soon. One that's already released. Zombie Tower Defense game, okay. Fantasy Tower Defense game, Quimmen. Oh no, that's a 3D. Then let's skip over that. That's not a real tower defense game. Oof. That doesn't look too great. It's a bit annoying, so let's not... 42 tower defense. Oh, that's another tower. That looks interesting. That looks like balloons. Okay, Doomsday. So let's click at 4. Like 4, 5. We have 5 tower defense games here. That, let's see, charts. Wait, it's not even out yet. Store. Wait, it's not out. Planned release date 2025. This guy has 7 followers. If you multiply that by 10... it's not looking too hot here, my brother. That is 70 wishlists or something. And the game has been out, well, since February though. If we assume 70 wishlists, it's not good. It's not good, but it's not... It looks kinda dead. Yeah. It looks... But I don't know how many wishlists this guy actually has. He doesn't have a video as well, just like I don't, so that's a huge minus, 100%. The game itself looks good. Like what we see here looks okay. You can see some repeating sprites here, of course. You know, it's kind of the same tower. Yes. Same model, but still, hey. It looks kind of polished. The colors are good enough. Reminds me a little bit about... It might actually be the same as Kingdom Rush when it comes to tower placement. I can't tell for sure. Yeah, it is like Kingdom Rush. You see here, you can place a tower here. Looks okay, actually. Like, from the visuals? Yeah. Yeah, that's like, it's exactly like Kingdom Rush. Yeah, it's a Kingdom Rush game. No, it is like Kingdom Rush. So, I'll wishlist this, actually. He wants to release it. And when this comes out, we'll take a look at the game again and see how it performs. Maybe it comes out before my game. We can look... Like, from the screenshots, yes, I would 100% add in a trailer, though. A trailer and a broadcast. I think this is okay. Let's see, what's the next one here? 0 in-game zombie tower defense game. Yeah, ooh. Oof. Damn, this guy had... Oof. Okay. Is it free game store? Hello, Cherise. Wow, is it your game? Have you seen this? Okay, tower defense game is looking better. Oof. I think the colors don't work at all in this one. But hey, I could be wrong. All-time peak. How much? Oof, that's a lot of money. Let's see. What do we have here? Looks okay. How does it work? How do you upgrade? It reminds me of Plants vs Zombies, but with more faded out colors. Okay. Yeah, it is actually like Plants vs Zombies. What are you doing, bro? This guy literally... You can see the inspiration, okay? You think it's clean? I guess it is. What do we have here? Oh, so this is like Kingdom Rush 2. Wait, that's it? Range. Oh, I see. So you're boosting range of all of your units? No, all of the units that get this. So this is generic. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I can do this too in my game. This is boring. It is literally just more stats. Yeah, it's generic and boring. Unfortunately. My man, Code Agree, thank you so much for subscribing, my brother. Good morning, bro. What is accuracy? Looks like you can miss. No, I should not do this, cherries. The generic damage, range, and targets, this stuff, this is what you get from your upgrades. To make an upgrade more meaningful, you can put more power into the upgrade and less power in your meta progression system. And then in your meta progression system, what you do instead is you change the gameplay. Or you give the player something that they can't get from upgrades, which usually upgrades are tower range, tower damage, penetration against defenses. That's usually what you get from upgrades. And then in meta progression, what you could do is AoE no longer has a diminishing return the further away from the center the damage is done. Or you get higher amounts of penetration, or your upgrades cost less. This makes it a bit more interesting and more unique choice than just increasing the damage, the range, or whatever. So this is boring. It is, because it's been done a million times before. I like the map though, and this is fine. Let's make this a bit faster here. Aha, so this is the upgrade menu, and you could choose one of 4. I guess this is fine. It's simple and fine, but yeah, it is generic. What about the upgrades? What is this? Oh, so that's his power up. Wait, that's a mobile game, guys. These big buttons tell me that he tried to design this for mobile, and this is a second thought to put it on Steam. That's what it is. That's a mobile game, guys. And it's exactly like... It is like Kingdom Rush, but the setting is Plants vs. Zombies, childlike. And you can only upgrade, that's the only thing you can do. I don't even know if there's 2 settings that you can go here. So for example, in Kingdom Rush, at some point you reach an upgrade level, you can choose between the Rangers or the gunmen. And then the gunmen have very high damage but low attack speed, and the Rangers have very high attack speed but lower damage, but they can poison. And they have abilities to root the enemies. I haven't seen any abilities so far. Wait, we looped, actually. So we have seen everything. We have seen everything the game has to offer. So no special abilities, just generic damage increases and range increases. And that's it. Yeah, so there's no real... I see, this is generic, yeah. The upgrades are not too interesting, but we have seen this. We have seen this, and then this is just explaining how the tower works. Accuracy, unmatched, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so this one has high accuracy, which I don't like accuracy at all in games like this. What I like is homing projectiles more, and so your projectiles can miss, but now you can invest into homing. That is more interesting, in my opinion. You should look at the Game TD trailer on your second monitor. It looks like a really solid TD game, I guess. But okay, let's move on. So this is Tower Defense, another one. Fantasy Tower Defense, that's what it's called. How long has the game been out? Oof. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. The game has been out, well, since January, so not that long ago, actually. But there was only 1 player. I don't understand these games. Don't they make a demo version or something? Why do you release... I mean, I guess they just want to release their first game. It's like Rogue Tower. So this is a game that tried to be like Rogue Tower, but kind of failed, it looks like. I mean, the colors are a bit dark. The water is a bit dark, doesn't look too inviting. This looks a bit better. Still a little washed out though, but otherwise it's okay, I guess. I really like this here. Oh, this looks actually kind of nice. It's like a dark forest in a way. Mystical forest. Oh, snow map. That looks actually kind of nice. I like it a lot. And so all of the enemies, like, but the maps look so boring. In a way, it's just, the map is just a circle. Here. Here too, it's the same map. And then here's just... It's not even like Rogue Tower, because it doesn't look like you can expand here. So it's predefined levels that are just... Yeah, there's nothing unique here. And it's flat too. Supercus game has like the height as well. UI bad, yeah? You don't like the UI? I think the UI is okay. It's maybe a bit too much currency here at the top. I have the same. But otherwise... The maps look boring. They have maps. Yeah, it looks like the same map. Like, the map design isn't the best. Yeah, what is this even supposed to be? That's true. And it looks like you can only place towers in these predefined slots. He should have at least tried to draw like a, I don't know, a path on a paper and then just put towers in there. Otherwise, this just is boring. And here's probably unlock the crossbow tower, which shoots a bolt at a single enemy. Upgrades. More life, more life, more life. This is boring. You can already tell that this is boring. Okay, let's look at the video. Oh my god, a minute video? That's how long, holy. Okay. I would love to get your thoughts on the TD game I've been working on for 2 months now. I just posted it in your Discord showcase. Post it in Discord general. I could look at it. No user reviews. Yeah, but I mean, the game doesn't look too appealing. Holy, that's fast. Wait, what? Why are they running so quickly? Oh my god. Oh, because of the wind? I feel like the art style doesn't fit. This art style of the background makes me think that this is supposed to be a cartoony-ish game, but then we have somewhat realistic-looking enemies that look very Play-Doh-like. And the towers too. This one looks like a Warcraft 3 building. The orcs. Yeah, it looks like a mobile ad. Yeah, maybe it is actually a mobile game. And then it looks like you are reliant on constantly using the Q and W, which you can't see. I'm in front of. You looks like you're reliant on those two abilities to always use them. Like he just used, I think, the W ability or the Q ability, the meteor. Looks like you have to use them, otherwise you will lose. Which, in my opinion, is kind of annoying. Abilities on cooldown, yeah, he's trying to. I mean, there's nothing to the levels. It's just damage and defense. It looks like there's it doesn't look like that. What? The enemies look so weird and like, what are these crocodiles together with skeletons doing? What? That's weird. And then we have devils, like mini devils. Yeah, you see this? Like he has to use these abilities all the time. And the towers barely do anything. I haven't even seen a single upgrade on the tower that makes the tower so strong that he can solo kill all of these guys. It looks like, yeah, you basically what you're doing is, this is a button press simulator. You press the same button over and over again. Yeah, now it looks like he's losing. He actually is. Unless he has another ability. He's losing one here. He literally placed 7 towers, holy. Is that gem at the top a premium currency? I don't know. And then 2 euros. Okay, I mean, I see what you mean here. And then what do we have? 42 tower defense game. 0 in game. Oh, that's like Superku's game. Oh. It's another rogue tower. Oh, but this one was more successful. Hey, guys, that's not bad. He had like 5 players on release. Superku is making the same type of game. Rogue tower-like. It's terrible. Let's see. Any user reviews? Hey, this guy got 3 user reviews, better than the others, and he has 22 followers. So, hey. Let's say it like this. 0 in game, yeah, but all-time 24-hour peak is 2. So it's not dead. Dead, okay? It's not toxic streamer, bro. We do have some players here and there. So the game is not dead. You could potentially revive the game with updates if you want to invest. Oh, it doesn't look too bad either. Guys, that looks okay. That's a nice... That actually, this is the first game out of the games that we have seen just now that has an actual art style. Like Settlers, yeah, it has an actual art style and theme to it, and I'm pretty sure he sticks to it. Like the screenshots look so weird though. Why is there so much UI at the top, so much at the bottom, and you can barely see the game? Like I feel like the number one thing that breaks this game is this dark, terrible UI. What is this? Mobile game? Even if it's a mobile game. Like, who wants to look into this tiny... It's like looking through a peephole or something. I like it. I hate it. I think this is the worst thing of the game by far. If he removes this and shows more of the game, I think that will make the game at minimum 2 times better. Minimum. And some people say that Dota 2 is a dead game. I like it. No, I hate it. I think this is bad. I think this is just lazy UI design. Look how much wasted space you have here. You know how terrible this is? If he's actually using this content, I can understand. But listen, current wave, next wave, like you can clean this up so much. It's literally Warcraft 3 UI. No, it's worse than Warcraft 3 because Warcraft 3 uses all of the UI. This doesn't. There's so much empty space here. You're wrong. Warcraft 3 uses the space very efficiently. And it is even less. It shows less. This is not Warcraft 3, bro. Images. Okay, do I have to literally say UI? It's absolutely not. Do we not have a better UI here? Maybe... I want the typical UI. Why is this so blurry? You see this? It's crazy. This one maybe. Come on, man! Why is this so small, bro? Page blocked? Hey, stop! I can't even... The first one... Yeah, but... Hey, my man, it's literally... Ah, this one's better now. Yeah. Yeah. So, absolutely not, man. They use everything of the UI. Every single part of the UI has something to show. Like, look at this here. Look how much empty space there is here. There's another empty space here. Then this is very small. This is a lot of empty space. Here's more empty space. And look how much empty space is at the text box here at the bottom. You can make this so easy. Make this text here. This can be on hover. You have hover text. Just like they have in Warcraft 3. So I think the UI is breaking this game. Like the number one thing. Look how much better this looks when it looks like this. This is still a bit annoying, but I guess it's fine. This looks better. But maybe this is only sometimes shown. Wow, look at this. This looks better. Yeah, it looks nice. Looks okay. What about the upgrades? Ooh, damage is split between a spread of 3 cannonballs. Yeah, see this? Requisitions. This is exactly... What else do we have? Direct and splash damage reduce the speed by... These are actual good upgrades. Increase damage. So we have some generic damage, but reduce production time, increase iron and milestones are mining chance, reduce total order time by 10%, double the attack rate, but reduce the damage. This stuff is actually good. This is some meaningful choices. It's not just some boring generic upgrades. So this guy actually spent time, and that's why it's better than the previous games. 100%. Let's look here. What does it play like? Play? Looks clean enough. This guy made a good game, but it's still dead. We are cooked. I don't know how much marketing he did, but it's not dead. The game is not dead. It might actually revive itself with upgrades, updates, and yeah, maybe better UI. I don't know. Like, this looks good. I wonder what happens. Maybe when he clicks on a tower. And I don't know too much about enemy counters. What I've seen so far is that every enemy just has HP, which could make the game boring because there's no counter. There's nothing that you could do. All you do is, well, more damage. Giga dead? Yeah, well, super cool. You're right, it is dead, but it's not as dead as the other two games. You should agree there, right? Because the game actually has somewhat of a player base of, let's say, 0 to 2 to 3 sometimes. And so there could be a potential of him, if he hits 10 reviews and he makes the game better. Like, for example, here, that looked interesting. Where is it? I don't know what he did here. See that? I don't know why this happened. Looked a bit odd. Here's a boss, I guess, but it looks like they only deal damage. He needs defenses. Yeah, it looks like it's upgrades. They only show when you click on a tower. Yeah. This right here. Why not? So this is so bad. Look at this. How much wasted space he has. Why not make the same upgrade menu in Rogue Tower? Why not literally copy? And yeah, he can only upgrade to deal more damage. This is attack speed here. This might be area of effect. An area, something like 3.5, I don't know. Maybe that's some secondary radius. He worked on the game, but bro, the game is still not doing well. Do you understand that? I don't know what your point is. He wanted to finish. You don't know how long it took him to make the game. You can't even make that assumption. Unless you ask him personally. So you don't know. But hey, I think this has potential, this game. It's a nice little game. Especially with the mining aspect and the building aspect, that could become a big game. Why is this so long, black for so long? Look at the different maps. These are really interesting. Guys, I think this game has more to it than we just see. He needs to improve it a lot. Number one is the UI. Make it like Rogue Tower. At least for when you upgrade a tower, just make it radial menu like in Rogue Tower. Otherwise, this looks okay. Then add defenses. I think this is good. I'm gonna wishlist this too. We'll see how this game will perform. Oh, it's actually out. So he's not gonna... When was the last update? Oh, 2 days ago. So he's still working on it. That's nice. What about the user reviews? I finished Act 1 4 hours on playtime, and if it keeps going like this, then it's pretty good. I only wish I could make the game go faster than 2 times speed. So I'm pretty sure he can work on that. 3 times speed. Fun, cozy tower defense game. I played the demo and was excited to try the new acts. The game really opens up after Act 1 with different objectives and challenges. It can be deceptively challenging at times. I played on hard and had to come up with different strategies to complete some of the maps. Overall, I had a good time playing it. Played through the campaign a few times with the different relics. I might even attempt insane difficulty with final relic. This game might actually do better than it's doing right now. April 6th, changing review to negative after spending hours trying to beat the 3rd level on normal. The level is impossible to beat. With a lot of experience in tower defense game, I can say that there's something definitely off about the level. And taking away buildings market makes no sense and only causes artificial difficulty, which I can't stand. Previous, fantastic game, highly recommend. One of the better tower defense games I've ever played. Aha! I think this guy has something here. Especially since it only just released. And 3 user reviews, he might be cooking here. Just change this dog UI, man. Come on. Otherwise, hey, what do you guys think about the game? Like from 1 to 10? What do you think about this game? 1 to 10. But a review swing, yeah, this guy got mad, who am I? He played the game, he tried to beat the level. First time he tried to interface with the level, he's like, okay, I lost, it's fine. Still great game. And then he played the level like 5 more times. He kept losing, and every time he lost, he got more angry. And that's what you're seeing right now. Hi, Cakez. Yvonne's on YouTube. Hi there, bro. Do you even read YouTube chat? Yes, but I was focusing on reading this. That's why I didn't read. I do read YouTube chat. You're wrong, Jacob. 6.5, 6.9, 2.2. Why? Tangy TD is 11 out of 10, and my game is not 11 out of 10. Best tower defense game ever? Bad game, yeah. 10 does not give a fuck about UI and actually works on the game. Sounds like Cakez. Yeah, well, you can keep the game bad or not. I think the UI breaks immersion and it moves. It's too infringing on space. But hey, no one complained about it. It was only 3 user reviews. So I think this game can actually be good. This guy only had 22 followers when he released this game, so he probably only had like 100, 200 wish lists. So basically nothing. I think it's amazing that he released it. And then Act 1 demo is now live, January. Yeah, this guy, I think he has something here, and he's definitely learning a lot. And the levels look interesting, like this. Sinking into water, and then that's interesting. That's really good. I don't care about that Firefly. We're just looking at the games, okay? We're looking at other tower defense games. Don't care. And I'm not gonna buy the game. I'm just looking at it from the outside and then saying what I think, okay? Now let's move on. We have one last tower defense game that has 1 user review and 0 in game. Yikes, what do we have here? Oof, 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 oof. So this one looks worse than the other ones. Much. Yeah. Have you played Legion TD? I have not played that game yet, no. And by the way, Pikachu's glitch, sorry I missed that earlier. Thank you so much for subscribing. I will unpause notifications in a second, bro. Thank you so much for the support, bro. Okay, what do we have here? Oof. Okay, so these are all of the different towers. Looks very generic to me so far. Like, I don't know how many times I have to see these types of towers. Feels like they're everywhere. It's always the same. I think these tower designs are just uninteresting. It's also a tower defense. Yeah, I know it's a tower defense game. I haven't played it yet though. Don't need to reinvent the wheel. Yeah. Let's see. Not reinventing the wheel. All-time peak 1. 24-hour peak 0. Let's just put in some generic sprites and hope it works out. Let's do that. Yeah. Good idea, bro. $100 lost. The first thing I see here is I can't even see the road. Why does every single tower need to show a white range indicator around them? Can you explain that? Like, why does it need to be so visually polluting when there's barely anything going on? I feel like that's one. And also, why is the level so zoomed in? It's like 2 centimeters. They go from here to here, which is like a centimeter away. They can literally fall, trip on themselves, fall, make a roll, and then they're there. Mobile game? Even in a mobile game, bro. But hey, my man, maybe this guy just wanted to make a quick game, put it up on Steam, and then have it there. Which, hey, I can respect the hustle. It looks to me that you can scroll the map, though. This looks like there's more stuff going on here. Yeah. So you can scroll the map. Which, you should probably just zoom out. Maybe you can't do, though. I hate this. Why do you show the range indicator? Remove it. It's so annoying. Why is this on? I feel like that's the easiest thing, right? Huh? It's really ugly like that? Yeah. I don't understand. Okay, so they're going in. Okay, I mean, I don't see anything specific. It's just zombies walking to the exit and you can choose a different tower. There's not even any upgrades. Let's see. What about upgrades? Can you upgrade the towers or is that just it? I'm pretty sure you can. Aha! So I don't know why his screenshots are so destroyed. This looks better. Okay. I mean, very cheap effects. I don't know about the sound. That's a bargain. Do you pay $100 for each game to publish on Steam? Yes, you do. Man, that's so delicious, you guys. Coffee with butter in the coffee. Man, that's delicious. Can recommend 100%. Okay, so he's not showing any upgrades, which I don't know why. Also, why is this not updating? What does that mean? Okay, I mean... yeah. Waves... Nah, the bar looked weird and confusing. Okay, I mean, how much... Okay, bro. Okay, man. I mean, you can try, right? He had a one player all-time peak. This guy's hustling, man. You never know, right? Hey. It has a Mac build, so it's Unity. Similar to games you have played. Oh, Kingdom Rush, yeah. I love Kingdom Rush, man. Gets really difficult after the story. Damn, bro. That's amazing. Play demo? Nah, we're not gonna play the demo right now. I wanna do something else. Yes, but you get $100 back after you reach 1,000 reviews. No, after you earn $1,000, that's when you get your $100 back, not 1,000 reviews. You don't need 1,000 reviews, you just need to earn $1,000. Casey React video when? Which Casey React video are you talking about? Phoenix DPI. That's exactly what I said. Oh, sorry, revenue. I'm sorry, Ibuns, yeah. 1K revenue, yeah, I misread that. I think this game is good. Well, like, I haven't played it, right? But from the looks of it, I think this game looks promising. I haven't played it. There could be balancing issues. But from the outside, from the style of the game, this has an actual art style. And yeah, I like it. From the outside. And the upgrades here look interesting too, which is nice. Casey giving a Primogen feedback about the UI. Oh yeah, we'll watch this, but probably next week. This week I'm still too deep into work, which is why I was late for like 2 to 3 hours today. I do not have the time today, unfortunately. This week. We will most likely play one game this week, which is another sponsored game. So you guys can just tune off if you want to, doesn't matter. And that will be it. And then next week, hopefully, when like the customers have their issues resolved, then hopefully. Raid Shadow Legends, yeah, not Raid Shadow Legends, but in the same category. Just tune off. Yeah, most people don't want to watch this, but for me, it's a good way to earn money. That's just the honest truth. Like most of these games just hope that they find one person that gets hooked into it. Or two. That's a long ass map, you think? But it's not Raid Shadow Legends. It's not Raid Shadow Legends, no. Okay, so today, let's work on the game now, guys. I want to script these enemies. I want to give them some sort of array of actionable steps to do before going into their routine of just following the what is it called? Following the path till the exit. And I have designed this new map specifically for that. This will be map number 2. When you play it, it needs a couple more stuff. Like for example, I want to put a fence here and stuff like that. But we'll do that later. Now let me unpause notifications and think about the data that we need. Tangy's so scared to cross the road. Yeah, you will see what we're gonna do. Yeah. So I don't think it's misogyny or misogynistic. If you do that. Sure. There we go. Forgot to add that. The level is called Goblin Camp.
Hola chat developers.
Am I so out of touch? No.
Codingry just subscribed.
Yo, Codingry, my man.
Collector's Alt account just joined. Glad to be back to my favorite Vulkan and Godot stream.
My man.
Please keep your functions shorter than 5 lines.
Appreciate it, bro.
Am I so out of touch? No.
Pikachu's glitch just subscribed.
Alright, guys, so we need to script
Demo
enemies.
Check.
How do we do
Mixed
this?
Review? Check. Doesn't work on AMD? Check. Unbalanced game? Check. UI bugs? Check. Yapping all day? Check.
So, what I need...
Weapon at risk!
Okay, so we're not done yet.
Hey!
It's the last one.
What? How?
Position X. ++.
Shit, what do I do?
Can I close the door? No, not this way! Okay, so this is where I need to pause or skip notifications again. Because it takes too long. You guys do this on purpose. Which is really unfortunate because it just means that we can't just have nice things for our users. No, I literally have a bunch of random clips that get added right now. So yeah, I scam you because we will not be able to move on from this point. Of course, yeah. Yeah, Sturdy Pose, you're one of the people that just made a random clip. Hello, Mapiel, my man, good morning. Long time. Yeah, true. Hope you're doing good, bro. And Prof Smoke, thank you very much for following. Okay, so what we need to do is the following. How do we add a list of things to do to certain enemies and make them spawn so that when I'm in the preview state of the game, they show up already spawned in their location. And then they act on their script, maybe their patrol, and they, along their patrol path, if they see a tangerine, they start attacking it. So for example, if I were to place my dude here, he's gonna attack, right? See this? So this is nice. This already kind of works. Turning into an RTS in a way, but we need to work with this, right? So every single thing I do about the game needs to keep in mind that the enemies will be able to attack you back. And so if I want to have a game, a tower defense game, where the enemies attack back, if that's my, let's say, selling point of the game, then we need to design the game from the ground up with that mechanic in mind. We can't just make a Bloons game and then in round 35 we introduce enemies attacking and then the player's completely confused what's happening here. So, what can we do here? First, they stand here until a certain point and then they start walking to the exit. Why do they have study pose? What is that weird question, bro? What is that weird question, man? Stop! So, what I usually like to do is design in here a round. This determines... Excuse me. This determines... what happens. And an entire data for a level determines what happens in the entire level. Like, for example, level data, I can say that we have the background, the level campsite crossroads, that's the map. Then it says, what is this again? Oh, this is just the position on the map in the menu. Oh my god, I can't type, hello. It just locked itself. Stop. Hello. I can't click. Hey! Stop! Hey, stop! Okay, so this is just the position on map in town. This is not important. Then we can say how many rounds it has, and then the data for the rounds each round. Like how many enemies are spawning each round. That's what we have. And let's get rid of this here. We don't need that. And then we can also get rid of the boss here. Don't need that. And stuff like this. Now, if I want to script enemies, I need to put that data somewhere. I think I can either put it on the level. And then these... Like right now, the only use case that I have is pre-spawned enemies that stand somewhere idle there or patrol between 2 points or 3 points, and then they start following the roads after a while. So basically we need a timer how long they do their thing. Then we need to distinguish between patrolling, and then we need to distinguish between Yeah, well, the only other question I have is, what if round 10 introduces an enemy that spawns, walks into the map, says hello, and then leaves again, and then despawns. But I think that can also be achieved by spawning him at round 1, maybe making him invincible, and then essentially just making him walk into the map. Doesn't read my messages? No, I will read your messages. I was just... Let's see, what do we have here? Cakez, this is a perfect moment to introduce enemies attacking, in my opinion, is the 2-hour, 1-minute mark. At that point, the player cannot... Okay, so you're just making me feel bad for not reading your message, but your message is just toxic. Doesn't even add anything to the conversation, other than just saying that your game will be bad. Funny! Now let's work! On the game! This map looks pretty great. Good job. Thank you, Abyssus. Appreciate it, man. He does, just takes 10 years, sure. He only reads toxic messages, not the wholesome ones. Oh, goodness, Nymphicus, really? There was a wholesome message? Wait. That's fine. Is this the same map as yesterday? Yes, I redesigned the map because I didn't like it. So this is better. Okay, now, I think what we could do is... I'll put this on the level. And I will call this a scripted enemy. So they have a vector 2 spawn position. Then we need an array of vector 2 and then let's say we have at most 5 patrol points. And then we'll see how we do that, right? Yeah. We have patrol points, and then we need a timer as well, how long they patrol, essentially. And if it's only 1 patrol point, then they just stand there. So float, maybe on time, maybe or not. It depends. I would have to... Either it needs to be around where they start moving, or at time. I think it would be better to just have a round int something like activate round or something. A round where they start doing stuff. How do you implement the tree animation? It is a shader. This is what the shader looks like. Wind. Basically, it all begins with the tree being separate. You have a tree that looks like this. And then you put on the second layer, you put the leaves. And I think a better example of this would be up here. You have the tree and then you put some leaves on the second layer. And then in the shader, what you do is you take the texture coordinates and using time to the texture coordinates, you add a combination of sine, cosine, and easing functions to modify the texture coordinates. Like, to come up with this, that's just testing out. Hello, Dev Spudgers, good morning. What do you think about this map? Like, from 1 to 10, what do you think? Like, just visually. I know that you don't know exactly what's going on here, but thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate the support, man. Let me... Not raid, let me shout out. Nice, 8 of 10. Oh, wow, that's the first positive thing I hear from this guy. Wow, thank you, man. Visually, I think it looks okay, yeah? There could be a little bit of bloom here, maybe. But I don't think it's that needed. The color of this is a bit... But yeah, otherwise, thanks, man. Very nice. And yeah, about the tree animation, basically, it takes those leaves... It takes in the texture coordinates, modifies them using time and easing functions and cosine functions, and then a bunch of random numbers. You come up with these numbers. Like, it was just trial and error for me. And then you load in the leaves from the texture. So for me, I know that the sprite size is... Stop it. I know that the original coordinates plus the sprite size in X will give me the leaves. This is hard-coded. So basically, this is what I supply to the shader, the position and the size of the sprite. And then I just modify the X position by the sprite size, which puts the X position to the top left here. And then I just sample the leaves, distort it. Now that I have the leaf color, I lerp the texture color, which is the tree color here. I lerp that with the tree color based on the alpha value. Not the tree color, the leaf color based on the alpha value. If that makes sense to you. This is the lerp right here. And then I don't need a discard. This was before I improved that yesterday. Basically improved this a little bit so I can now do the following, guys. I can take this, I can flip it around here if I want to. I didn't have this handle yet. And I could also add shadow to the tent, which I guess could work, but it's not done properly. And then wind shouldn't actually be on the tent. And transparent, yeah, makes it transparent. So let's keep that. Save level. Anyways, so yeah. That is how I do the leaves and leaf animations here. And it doesn't look too good on the pine trees. The reason for that is because I didn't do a good job separating the pine tree leaves in a way from the pine tree. Like, it's almost exactly like the pine tree. I would need to delete some more pixels here for this to look good. Those leaf animations are kind of crisp. Yeah, I got lucky. I got lucky with the magic numbers that I put in here. I just put a bunch of random magic numbers and sine, cosine functions. At some point it looked good. Like, I didn't know anything. Like, this is literally just a toddler. And Lego pieces. That's all it was. Literally nothing more, man. Anyways. Need dirt or a rug at the entrance of the tent since the ground would be worn out by the townfolk. Yeah, I mean, stuff like that. These are details, of course. Yeah, there would be, like, there needs to be something here. Anyways, so what we want to do today is script these two enemies. I want them to stand there, basically guarding her. And then I will also add in goblin archers that stand a little bit further back. And then if you place a tangerine too close to these archers, they will start shooting arrows at your tangerines. And so they will kill you if you place them too close. So that will be the introduction of ranged enemies in the second level. So this will be the second scripted level. And it will slowly but surely, like, there will be a camp here with a bunch of goblins and stuff. And I've already, I think it was C. I can see the map's coordinates so we can place them a bit easier. The demo is no longer out, no. No, like, I need to remove this. I removed the demo in order to make the game better so someone like Primogen doesn't play my game. And then I waste the opportunity of having thousands of eyeballs on the game. I want the people that see the game when they watch Primogen play it, I want them to see the game in its best possible version, which... right now, it's not in the best possible version. There's a lot of things we can make better. How about doing it and not saying it for a whole week? What are you talking about? I literally made this map yesterday. Are you stupid? This is literally done in the weekend yesterday. This wasn't there before. I'm working on it actively. The demo thing? The demo thing doesn't matter. Like, yeah, I should remove it, but it's also great. Like, some people try to... literally, you guys spamming this emote is actually good for me. Because people then click on the link. You click on the link, they see the demo's not out. But they land on my store page. So, whatever. Anyways, let's move on here. Game... so, we need this. And then end round, or like some sort of... end round. Some sort of end round where they start doing their normal thing. This right here. And so we need Let's call it patrol script. We need this patrol script on the enemies. I think. And then we need to struct patrolling enemy that has a patrol script. And then an enemy type ID. And then we put the patrolling enemy on the level data. So something like this. And then the patrolling enemies, we have an array. And I don't know how many we will have, but let's say we have a patrolling enemy. Oof, let's say at most. These will all be hard-coded, by the way. So I will, if I, let's say, place 50 enemies in a row, I will hard-code them all. It's like a JSON file. Hey Peter, how you doing, bro? Good morning. Hope you have a good day, man. Hello there, sir.
My man, thank you for joining. Giga chat. Hello, sir.
You're doing things off stream all the time and redoing it as well. You close the stream and get it to working, Cakez. Yeah, and? Can you make the green arrow on the first map intersection go a little more to the left? It's kind of hard to know where the enemies go to. Difficult to do because it's based on distance. What I would need to do here is just turn this. Uh-oh. That, let me see here. Nah, that looks bad. I don't think I can, actually. Not at least right now. I know what you mean. And it kind of sucks this way, but I don't think I can actually do this right now. I can't. I'll have to figure out a better way. Maybe I just let this stay on longer. Did any pizza orders arrive yet? No, thankfully not. Thankfully not. Patrolling enemy. Longer would work. Yeah, I think I just have to make it longer. But right now, this is not too important. Let's say we have at most 50 patrolling enemies. How do you type patrolling? Is it double L? Let me see. Patrolling. Patrolling. Patrol double L. Patrol the streets. Patrollieren. Was ist deine? Yeah, but in English, you dummy. So basically to L. So this is wrong. Right? It's double L. Patrolling. Okay. Patrolling enemies. So now that we have this, and the cool thing is we don't even need to change anything. The problem though is that now every single enemy needs a patrol script. Because an enemy doesn't know about this. That's a problem. So I would need to add this data to the enemy. Which makes the enemy, the entity struct, even bigger than it already is. And I thought about using short vector tools to make it not as large, but yeah. I could... We'll try to optimize it later when we are working struct entity. We'll try to make it better when we're working on optimization, right? So right now, let's say we have a patrol script. We'll just put it, I don't know. Doesn't really matter where we put it. Patrol script, patrol script. And so as part of optimizing the game later, we will also split apart heroes from enemies, because enemies don't need weapon and item choices, and I guess they do need abilities, but they don't need keystones. Maybe they do, but yeah. Many of these things don't really need to be in here. Okay, so now that we have this in the game, unfortunately, I need to go to the bathroom. So I'll go and place a couple of units. Maybe this is the best place for him? Need to go. Give me a sec. Okay, I'm back. Prof Smoke and Guy Kima. Guy Keem Beer. Thank you very much for following, you guys. Where's Cakes? I was at the toilet, at the bathroom. Okay, so we have one issue. Do we have everything we need? I think we do. Why did you pick a tower defense game over all other games, Cakes? Cause I like tower defense games and I wanted to make a game that I want to play. That's why. I didn't choose a tower defense game for any other reason than that. Okay, guys, so let's begin. Imager.
Before
Patrol script. We put it on the enemy. That means we have to restart. Now the enemy has a patrol script. And if the round is starting...
Oh my god.
We need to get the current level index. If it's not doing that, then we're just doing the patrol script.
Oh my god.
So that is enemy
Oh my
patrol.
god, man, fuck. Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Funny.
Oh god. Great meme.
Why not make Gothic? I will, but in the future.
2 years older because of C++.
Okay.
Oh! Oh!
Some music before go.
Oh! Huh?
Okay, let's begin. I think this is what I'm doing is fine. It's a bit odd that I always start here, so there's something definitely wrong with this. Goblin camp. There we go. So, didn't you say he's fairly easy yesterday?
Which means...
Why are you struggling? Well, the first one was, yeah,
Let me
because
see.
he didn't do any damage, but this one you can't see anything.
How do we begin?
He's first and foremost, I think what we should do is put patrolling enemies on the level. So patrolling enemies is the array after dot patrolling enemies is this. It is an array and I'll probably just put it as a normal array like that. 50. So now it's just a normal C array, which makes it easier. I don't like, and then it's also const, of course, because we do not want to change it. We just want to read it. Now, patrolling enemies is an array, and if it's empty, it's empty. And if it's empty, then the patrolling enemy ID is probably... Well, that sucks. If it doesn't have any patrol points, then there's no need to do anything. Okay.
Cakez, I took my time to create a website for your Tangy game. Wanna take a look? https://tangy.cakez.dev/.
What? Okay, let's see. Dodge patrolling enemies. So we have that. That's what we need to do. You're so lucky that you're paid to win, bro. Yep. Mr. Meter, bro. So enemy type ID. That, let's say that is enemy goblin. And then the patrol script. Patrol script. Oh my god, stop fat fingering, bro. End round spawn position points. Let's see what we do here. think it's here. Guys, why is it so laggy? It's actually really laggy to type in this editor. I have no idea why. So the end round, let's say that is round 4. Or let's just say that's round 2. The spawn position would be, for example, where's this guy located? He's on 306 and 160. 306 and 160. And then we have a bunch of patrol points. And if one patrol point is 0, there it is. That's what it is. So right here, this is what it looks like when it's done properly. So that would be one enemy. And then over here we can supply patrol points. So for example, and that means I will now change the patrolling enemy to the script to be using a C array. Which means at most we have vector to 5 patrol points. The reason why I'm using a C array here is again the ease of use when it comes to defining this. I could just put a position in here, like for example, he's gonna patrol from 100 from his starting position, like which is 306 to 160, and I want him to patrol and loop between let's say he's gonna move up here 250 and 110. There we go. So basically now we have a goblin, the first goblin, that is patrolling from left to right. And we can just add in more. Cakez, is it possible to find your first stream when you started developing the defense game? It's not, because Twitch deletes it. Twitch deletes the streams, and I forgot to save the streams from back then. And it was really bad quality. I don't know why you would want to watch that. They are not that great, these streams. So, yeah. I recently noticed Kofi sends my PayPal to Mr. Streamer, so he knows my real name. Yeah, Kofi does that. I think they have to. But I wouldn't use it for anything bad. Like, I don't know, is that bad, Mr. Peter? When you implement hero placement, if the enemy's bounding box moves, yeah, we need to make sure that any enemy that is already positioned, we cannot place our hero on top of the enemy. Yes. No, it doesn't say where he lives. It just says the name. So I would have to do an additional step to find out where he lives. Okay, and then even verify, because there's some people have the same name in Germany. Guys, it's just way too much work. Listen, bro. Hey, why would I even do that, bro? Like, listen. Okay, so that is how I want this to work now. I saw Cakez today at Lidl trying to buy some salami. I wasn't at Lidl at all, so you're wrong. Hello, Belusas. Good morning, man. You doing good? We have a bug in the game, by the way, guys. This keeps starting the wrong level. Wow, it's crazy what a difference is. The first level looks so bad compared to this. I will have to redesign the first level. It's really bad. Compared to this level. Okay, so now. In its level. In here. We need to go. Init foliage. Reset level state. Scripted enemies. Curved path makes all the difference. Yeah, I think it is. It's a huge... And like this level has an actual theme to it. And it's also blocked by physical objects, if that makes sense. So the trees block some vision and the path here. which then makes sense that the path looks like this, and then the trees also block the path here. And like it has a little bit more of a theme to it for sure. Yeah, it's more perspective in the game. Yeah, it is. I mean, it basically shows one thing, that I have gotten better at designing levels. That's what it shows, essentially. Because my first levels were really bad. And this is, I feel like this is the one of the first, or the first level. I mean, the crypt level also looked good. Like one of the first levels where it shows that I'm learning how to design better. And it's really fun. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so how do we do this? For level data, do we have level data? We don't. So that means we need to get the level data. Reference, which is const, is story maps on level. Oh wait, level state. Why am I not... I'm using the level state here everywhere. Why do I go through this? Why don't I just say, okay, well, we have the level state here. Maybe even as a reference. Const. Yeah, spectral array, my man. It's not gonna be 5 years, guys. You do realize that it took me 1 year to get my very first demo version out on Steam. And then another 2 years to make it better. And to actually deep dive and learn. So I don't even understand where the 5 years come from. Because it literally took me 3 years to get something out. Twice. I don't understand where these... Where does this come from, guys? Story map ID. So we only do scripted enemies if level state dot mode is unequal to level mode challenge. If we are in story mode, essentially, let's do level mode story. Then we want to load the level data and spawn scripted enemies for the level. And then we could also like do to do. Scripted enemies for endless and or mods. So the mods and endless level, this stuff right here, I will do this when the game is like an early access, when I work on the level editor, something like that. So we will put it to do in here for later. We get the level data and then the level data dot scripted enemy data dot oh, it's called patrolling enemies. I should probably call this scripted enemies. Scripted enemies. Let's call it patrolling enemies, fine. We want to get a patrolling enemy reference. And that's const. Hey Cakes, yes sir, Mapiel. Positive message. Does it make sense to use a class for making UI? It doesn't matter, Mapiel, if you use a class or not. UI is an idea. How you do UI, whether you use a class or a function or something else, or a structure, which by the way is also a class, doesn't really matter. What you need to do in UI is, if you have a button that is a rectangle, for example, you need to figure out if the mouse is currently inside the rectangle. Have you pressed and released the mouse on the button? Yes, so you have clicked to the button. That is the idea. It doesn't really matter if you use a class for that or not, because you need to think, when you're designing something like UI, you need to think about, how do you say that? You need to think about the actionable steps that is required to do UI. And I think one of the best ways to do UI is immediate mode UI. Let's see here. I'll give you a link. Maybe this helps. C++, Celeste UI. Immediate mode UI. 18 minutes. I think it's not that bad. What's up, everybody? Shh, ooh, that's cringe. Oof, 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 oof. That is so cringe.
Hello.
See, like, I was learning YouTube, okay? It takes some time to get used to. So anyways, you can watch this. So young. You can watch this video. It's about a year old. Immediate mode UI. I go into the specifics of what it means to do a UI system. There's also immediate mode UI by Casey Muratori, a very long time ago. He explains the concepts. If you want that, copy link. There you go. So it's more about the concept of how you do UI rather than do you use a class or not. Because that doesn't really matter. Yeah. And if you want to have it really easy, just use a library for that. GUI is really good. Have you looked at Clay UI library for C? I have not, no. Thank you. Yeah, bro, Maypeel, just try to do your own UI if you really want to do it. And see how it works out for you, man. You will learn the most just by trying out something. And this information is really helpful. That helped me a lot in the beginning to do UI for my game. And there are some drawbacks to this, but it's also really nice. This can be extended so much. You can have like a UI editor with this as well. So guys, I want to ask you guys a question. How many of you who are making a game in C++, how do you do UI? What do you do? Do you just use GUI? And how do you place the different elements? Because that's something that I would like to improve in my next game. I can build some decent UI, but it would be nice if I just had like a built-in editor sometimes to really quickly test out something if it looks good or not. Yeah, I mean, you always gotta think about the future too, right? Yeah, I mean, in C++, not in Godot, right? Obviously, you have UI builder in Godot and other engines, of course. That's a given, right? So no enemy should be at spawn position 0. Then we break. Once we have found an uninitialized script, we break. Because we don't want to go. It will always be like that. Okay, so now we have the scripted enemies. We figure out we early return here. And then for the other types of enemies, all we do is level. We spawn an enemy based on the patrolling enemy.script and the enemy type. And then the position is the patrolling enemy.script.spawn position. And then that will return us, I think, a pointer to the enemy that spawned. It does. Entity pointer enemy. And then if we have an enemy, which we should, by the way, we will do enemy patrolling script. Patrol script is patrolling enemy.script. We will assign the script. We give it, we do a copy. And now the enemy knows what to do. We haven't built that logic yet. And then if there is no enemy, for now I'm gonna do an assertion. Failed to spawn scripted enemy of type percentage. I mean, the type won't really help us here, but you know, whatever. Patrolling enemy tab ID. Assert, yeah. I mean, that's more like it, right? Okay, so that's it. Now we have scripted enemies, and we can go and say, well, in update level, update level, I have had a scripted event, essentially. Calculate enemies left to spawn, increase spawn rate. Story scripting, we should be able to just do a false here. And when I reload this, this should be gone. The 2 should still be here. Yeah. And then when I restart, it should only spawn me 1. Wait. Why does it not? I mean, it's not even going into the if false. Yeah, just wait. Okay. Level state. Spawned. What is it called? No, it's called enemies. Just wait. Enemies. Of course, it's game state enemies. 0. Are you sure about that? Because that feels like a lie to me. I feel like this editor here, this entire debugger, it's a conspiracy. They are lying. 100%. Because I spawned an enemy. I know that I spawned an enemy. I just coded that, and there was no way that I did a mistake. Init level. There's no way I made a mistake. I called this thing here. We are selecting a level mode story. And so we're going here, right? 100%. If I restart this, this is gonna hit the breakpoint. It does hit the breakpoint, of course, because I know how to code. And then we get a patrolling enemy, and it has a spawn position of 0? Oh, I'm so dumb. Of course. Okay, so that's my fault. Actually, I put the patrolling enemies on the first map. So not on the second map. So they're supposed to be here. Now watch. It's gonna work. There's going to be an enemy 100%. He's not gonna be updated, but it will work. You guys ready? Oh yeah, we have an enemy. Oh, and he has the script. Let's go. Yeah, the one thing that sucks, of course, is we are not animating the enemies, right? So I'll probably have to add in a line of code, which I think in update level we distinguish between these two. Yeah, curly forest, like this will change. This will be story map. We might keep curly forest, but I will do it like this. Story, can we do it like that? I think we can. This is the story map goblin camp, actually. Goblin _ camp. Okay. We have crossroads, goblin camp, and curly forest. And then we need to go here and at the top, curly. We need to replace that with goblin camp. There you go. Now that should still work. We shouldn't have any issues now, right? Scuffed? No, what do you mean it's not scuffed? What are you talking about? So, nice. Now, we need to go back into update level. Did you make more money if I watch on YouTube with... Do you make more money if I watch on YouTube with premium cakes? I don't know. I would have to check the statistics, man. I think it wouldn't make much of a difference. I guess it does make... It does make... So... I can show you some... I could talk about to you some numbers. A stream on YouTube with 50 viewers, which is what we have right now on YouTube, earns me about, let's say it's a 4-hour stream, that's about $2 to $3 of ad revenue, which is a lot. It's basically doing the same stream, but just adding in, you know, I'm not doing anything special. Well, I do create thumbnails, but they're done really fast. So yeah, and if you watch with premium, it might be a couple cents difference, but I don't know. Like, I haven't deep dived the stats too much. I just saw that this is what I earn, and that's it. It's not that much. So it's less than Twitch. No, not $3 per viewer. That would be insane, man. That would be $3 times 50. That would make me rich, man. And that's not how it works. YouTube streams earn very little when it comes to ad revenue. The streams itself earn very little, but then the videos after that, when they do well, they do earn a lot. Videos do more than streams. Anyways, so yeah. I don't know. I would have to test it, man. We can if you want to test it, and then I'll show you exactly how much. I think YouTube tells you how much you get. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, story, ambient, preparation. So here, when we are in preparation, what we could do is animate. If we do like a for loop, entity, entity. Just dropped in. What C++ tool/framework are you using to build this game? I don't use any. Enemy. Then why? Wait. Why is it animating my heroes, but not the enemies? Because it's calling update enemies animation TD. So we could call up. Wait. It's calling update entities animation TD. Why is it not updating the enemies then? Update hero. Why is it not doing that? Aha, because it's not using the animation TD, does it? Maybe we need to use that. Maybe that fixes it actually? Damn it. So, but it works. He's supposed to do that. He's now being updated, but he's not scripting. So he's not following the script right now. He's just following his routine, which is fine because we haven't told him otherwise. So it works. Cool. That's cool, man. Wait a minute. I want to test something. Can they fight each other now? That would be funny. That sucks though. No. I need to distinguish between animation TD and... No. We need to have both. Just like for the heroes. Where's this? Yeah. We need to have two. We need the delta time to actually do the attacks and stuff. And then we need the animation delta time just for them to idle. And so we need to... Yeah. So we need delta time and then float anim delta time. How did I call that? Update hero. It's just animation TD. Yeah, I call it anim delta time. Doesn't really matter. Delta time, yeah. Yeah, that's the. I don't use any framework. I just use C++, and then I use two libraries. I use STB TrueType. No, sorry, STB image and FreeType for PNG loading. Animation delta time, animation TD. Did I literally call that animation TD? No, it's delta time. You're wrong. Okay, and then delta time. Okay, cool. Nice. So here's what we need to do. That's gonna be difficult. He should only really follow I think it actually makes sense if when I call animate entity, if I animation delta time is altered TD, but then wait, I have the same in update hero. Phoenix, which compiler do you use? Good morning. First time chatter, my man. Welcome, sir. Animation delta time or TD? Delta time, sir. Delta time. I use Clang. If you want to see the build script, here it is. Don't focus on the Linux part and the other part and the Darwin part. It's just this right here. That's what I do. You don't really need to pay attention to this, but that's how I build my game. And this is the game. It's a dynamically loaded library. And then this is the engine. And I only compile one source file because I do a Unity build. This is what I do. And that allows me to do hot code reloading and have an engine too. But if end of the level changes walk on the path and walk away, they walk away. No, they will follow. No, like I will probably make it so that the two scripted enemies are special enemies that when they hit your camp, you lose. So I'll probably just make a dummy enemy, type of enemy, that is scripted in a, that has stats in a way where they do -100 life when they hit your enemy, or when they hit your tower. Because this is supposed to be a scripted event. They will look the same, but you're not supposed to win if you can't beat these two. And so the moment these two are beaten, that's when I will release the healer. We'll figure out something. But for now, I just want enemies to follow the path and stuff like that. And stand there. Okay, I wanted to quickly add... Wait, give me a second. We do B here, and then make this large, and then we do this. Game.cpp, and then we do update hero. No, it's called update hero, please, sir. We do that, sir. Yeah, Phoenix, thank you very much for following, and R4 Gamers as well. You guys, good morning. Is your OS Linux? No, I don't like Linux too much. Nah, sir. Like, no. Void Ranger, thank you very much for following too. Okay, so here it is. This is the if check that we need to do. And then we animate the entity using animation TD. And so basically we do the exact same thing here. We turn this to const. Then we apply regeneration. And this. And then over here, we just say, well, if altered delta time is not the same as delta time, which means we are in preparation, usually happens in preparation state of the level. Okay, so we are preparing for the round right now. Then we do anim delta time is altered delta time. And then we do delta time is altered delta time. And then we animate using the anim delta time. The reason why I do this right here is if an enemy is frozen, they should not animate, they should not idle. But if we are in preparation stage, we are just standing here, then this guy should just idly stand on his spot and do the idle animation, which right now he's not doing that. We'll do that in a second. And so that right here should probably be it. Let me see. If delta time is greater than 0. I see delta time greater than 0 makes him do something. I think he should be fine. Transition animation, follow path. Delta time is 0, so he doesn't follow the path. So that would already be, I think it's actually very easy. Is it? Almost. Almost. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Oh, it works. He's just standing there. Cool.
Isn't that nice?
Cool. Now we need to add in patrol points. He needs to patrol between A and B. Slowly. And now I can... The cool thing is, guys, I can do this now. We don't need that anymore. We can go to the top, where we have like the different spawns. We can add another goblin, which you used to be... Where was it? Where was the other one? 380 maybe? And then his first position is also 380. And maybe he doesn't patrol at all. Or maybe he doesn't have any patrol points. Because we don't need him. He doesn't need to patrol, he just needs to stand there. And so maybe this one too. But I want to test patrol points for this guy, so... Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot this. So now we have 2 patrolling enemies. Well, essentially one is just standing there, the other one is supposed to patrol. And now we need to make it so that he patrols the path instead of following this path. Which will just be an if check. Let's see, if we restart now... Huh? Wait. I have an error. Oh yeah. Sorry. Okay, it didn't actually build. This map is looking great. The tree movement is a lovely touch. Great job, Mr. Sir. Thank you. You know what I want to tackle next? After we have like implemented a story and I have like, let's say 2 maps or 3 maps where you can play the story and the idea of the game. I want to add in animated tiles. Like for example, a waterfall or something else that is animated. Would be amazing to somehow do that. I don't know how I can do it, but maybe it's just simple tile animation and done. Or I place animated objects in the game and then I don't have tiles. So for example, you see here this reindeer is animated. It has a 2-frame animation. Maybe I don't do animated tiles like waterfalls, but I have like in my foliage things, what else is animated here? The fire, right? Let's see here. Actually, I need to select it properly because it's not supposed to have shadow or wind. It's animated. M4V, thank you very much for following, Eric. Appreciate it, bro. This is amazing. Hey, my man, Nicoles. Good morning. On Twitch, sorry, on YouTube. This is animating on its own, so maybe I don't even need animated tiles. It would be difficult to do a lake, though. I want to do a lake like in... Let's get rid of this. I want to do a lake like in Stardew Valley. And so that will be a stream. Am I dumb? Huh? Did I click on the wrong one? So stupid. I guess clicked on the wrong thing. No, it's also the wrong one! Stop! You done? Okay. Essentially, I want to do something like this. The shaders of Stardew Valley. You can't really see it here, but this is nicely animated. So I want to do that. Literally pressing. Oh man. I just can't stop. Oh man. Okay, why is the second one not spawned, by the way? Let's see here. God damn, man. Why does this keep happening? Let's see. Yeah, you have restart. Yeah, I do have restart here. Oh, wait, it works now? Why does it look so weird? Like these two completely teleport somewhere. Something is definitely off. But hey, so now we have 2 enemies, and I'll probably still have to draw the cards in the middle, but this is the beginning. And now what I want to do here is on update enemy.
Am I so out of touch?
Oh, Egoist,
No.
thank you very much for subscribing, man.
Egoist just subscribe.
Appreciate it, bro.
Cakez 7L.
Ma, man, thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it, man. Here, enemy follow path. If here we need to do if we have a script, so enemy dot script patrol script dot end round. If this is, well, it will be 0 always, right? Unless I set this to -1 by default. Then the end round, if it's greater or equal to 0, then we basically patrol. Otherwise, we follow the path. So how do we patrol? We basically need to loop the points. I mean, for now, I'll just do enemy dot position origin is enemy dot patrol script dot patrol script dot spawn position. Let's put him at the spawn position first. Always. And so now he's not gonna follow the path, hopefully, when I start. Now it's gonna not. I put the end round at 2, bro. I put the end round at 2. Why is it -1? And why is the spawn position 0? Load level. Init level. You're lying, lady. You're lying! I'm literally assigning the patrol script to the enemy. It's right here. The enemy has the patrol script. So how come? Oh, I know why. I know why, guys. It is how, yeah, I know what it is. It is the typical update enemy bull crap that happens when I keep loading in a new enemy for debug reasons, so that I can update the stats all the time. So basically, we need to zwischenspeichern in English, temporarily store the patrol script from the enemy, and then we need to assign that again at the bottom. We don't do that, then that sucks. Oops. There you go. Now they keep their script. Busy day, been on and off a lot. How's it going? Hey, Coding Green, my man, good morning. We're doing good. Right now. Nice. So the round starts. We have 4 enemies spawning, and they can attack each other, I think. Look at this. This was the idea. Do you see this? Hey, that's amazing. Cool. And so now, what I can do is kill these guys from out of range. And hopefully, free the princess, if that makes sense. So that will be the mechanic of the game. Why is he aiming at his crotch? That's the rectangular collider. What are you talking about? Why do you always have to make it so weird? He's literally hit. Ah, come on, stop. How many lines of code? I think 60,000 in the game at the moment. Man, I'm happy. This looks good. This is exactly what I wanted to have. Yeah, and so these will be scripted enemies if they get past these two guys, which this one did. It's over. This is over. And the cool thing is, well, are we getting new banger music? Well, who am I? I'm trying, man. I really am. It's not that difficult. It's not that hard to find. It's not that sorry. It's not that easy to find good music. 450, 112. So here we're gonna do this now, guys. Watch this. That's the first. Oh yeah, patrolling enemy. Let's add 2 more. What was it again? Here was 450. And let's see, 112. And then the next one, and this one, let's say this one activates on round 3. Right, these two? Dumb. Okay. And then I want to have another one that's right here, 520, 116. Watch this, guys. I think this is amazing. Watch. Oh, they are occupying the map. 470, 60. 470, 60. Put this one here. Cakez, add a boss that eats tangerines. Yeah, we're working. We're working on it. We'll work on it, bro. Oh, now we will have different types of enemies here, of course, right? And there will be a fence here. I will draw that maybe today, maybe later. We'll see. 60k for this, 60,000 lines of code for this. The game itself is, I think, the game itself is only 35,000 lines of code. So that is only the game. The code, mostly all of the code for the game. That includes a level editor, a tile editor, all of the update functionality of the game, like the logic, the UI, everything. It's in one file here. And then we have a game.h file that also is, how long is it? That's only 2,000 lines of code. That gives us all of the data that needs to be public and accessible from the outside. Why do I only have why do I have everything in one file? I don't know. I just like it that way. It's not anything. It's not a particular reason. It's fine for me. It's okay. Like for me, it's not good at getting to the point where it's getting out of hand. Okay, let's see what happens. I want this guy to start on round 4. Let's see. And so, well, let's just repeat round 1. Here, multiple... Wait, that's 2 goblins. Let's just repeat round 2, 3, and 4. With the same rats. And I want to see what happens if the enemies start walking to the exit, they start walking and following the path. I hope that works. If this works, then we have already managed to get stationary scripted enemies in the game. And for me, that is enough to build the story of this map. We'll see. So on round 1, nothing happens. It's just 2 goblins that spawn. Let's make sure that we can actually beat these 2. Ooh, I should have placed this better. That's bad. Ooh, that's actually bad. Yeah, he only gets in 2 hits. Let's see. So these 2 should follow, they should start attacking round 2. Or they should start heading to the exit in round 2. Come on, burn him. Yeah, okay, so we killed one, that's fine. Hey, good talk, bro. Let's see what happens. Round 2. Oh no, actually they start on round 3 because it's an index, of course. So then round 2 is 5 enemies. Oh, is that 5 goblins? We lose. Wait, is that still round 1? What happened to the 5? Oh, I see. These are scripted enemies. I see the round counter doesn't increase because there's still enemies spawned. And so it doesn't understand that it should... There's 5 enemies left, so it cannot increase the round counter. I see. So I would have to do the entire script in one round or find a smart way. I mean, it's literally just... yeah, ignore the scripted enemies, yeah. So that would be... code flow. Enemies count. So that would be... update enemy entities. Oh, so that's just generic update entities. Oof, that's annoying. I don't want to loop over all of the enemies twice. So I will probably write data somewhere. Maybe we just supply, like for example, we could an int reference enemy count or active enemy count. I use multiple files, but better one single file than a bunch of unnecessary files and subfolders so scattered that you can't find anything. I've seen a few in Java projects and also some PHP programmers structuring stuff. I'm not saying that it's a PHP thing, but those were PHP programmers. Yeah, I know that. I've seen that too. So basically, code agree. You know how in PHP you have like a post message and then you can switch on the post message? I would literally just have one script to handle all of the post requests and there would be a giant switch statement. It worked very well. Like, I could control everything in this one file. And then it would call down into different functions. But yeah, that was really nice. I had a great overview of that too. But I had other files too, of course. Because it wasn't my project alone. So I needed to adhere to that. Hello Shintai, good morning. Good. How about you, man? You really only need one, web devs and their modules, SMH. I mean, it's multiple ways, you know, multiple ways, bro. So we're gonna do this, update entities, and then updating an enemy. Oh, I see. What does it return though? If I'm like, what would that return me? It's a void. Does it return me true if it's active? And false if it's inactive? If it's following a script? Or do we just write to the level state? When we are updating the enemy, we are writing to the level state's counter. I might have to do a counter, guys, in the level state. I think that's easiest. So the struct level state has enemies left to spawn that have an int active enemies right now that are non-scripted enemies. And so whenever we are, where is it? Whenever we are updating an enemy at the very bottom, if we are following a script, then we are not an active enemy. So game state level state dot active enemy. No, is it any? What is it called again? Like, why is the game thing never working? Is it active enemies? Yeah, I thought this. So active enemies plus plus. There we go. Good. Huh? Ah. It really bothers me. And then we don't need a reference here. And then instead of doing this, we look at the level state. If it's less or equal to 0. There we go. Now we need to restart and see if it works. These PHP programmers asked me to help them with the C++ project they were doing. They had 60-ish code files and 40-ish folders. I mean, spoiler, I said no. Really? But maybe it was good money. Like, I would say yes to that if the price is right. Like, it's obviously an amount of stress, right, when you have to deal with this. So there's got to be like a stress level money reward thing that goes on. 50 lines in one file starting to feel too big for me, lol. Yeah, it's basically... I could see why, because it's a lot of code. But when you think about it, it's actually just text. And you can separate text, and you can find text by labeling the text however you want to. So for example, let's say you search for the projectile file. You have a file that handles all of the projectiles. Then you most likely have a projectile.c++. And I'm like, well, what if I just do update and draw projectiles, or part, let's see here, underscore projectiles. Now I just need to find the underscore projectiles stuff, and there it is. And then like I isolate everything that is outside of these two, because I can just look at these two in isolation. And then that's the code that comes with projectiles, and maybe that is my 50 to 100 lines of code that I have to do here, which I think it is more. I think it's like 200 or something. How much is it actually? I think it's 200. 17,900. It's 400 lines, 300, 400 lines. Smaller files are better for large teams. One program, one file. Conflicts. Yeah. Conflicts is the big part here. Merge conflicts, right? Two people working on the same file, changing the same stuff, then boom, you can't work with this anymore. No money, it was friend work. Oh, I see. Then I was like, okay, we're no longer friends, bro. Or like, nah, friendship only goes so far, bro. Absolutely not. Yeah. Imagine multiple people modifying one file. It would be so amazing if it was easy to do. Man, we need to update this level. Comparatively to the other level, this level looks ass. Uh-oh, no level names. Oh, don't do that right now, man. What do you mean? No level names supplied. Level data. Story maps. Oh, I see. I'm stupid. Story maps doesn't have a third one. A third map supplied. I need to do that really quickly. That's actually a good to error. This is story map curly forest. And then that is, I think, curly forest or something. Max rounds 12, that's fine. Let me find the curly forest here. Hey man, how's the game dev journey going, Cakez? Hey multiplexer, good morning man. Good. It's going... If I'm being completely honest, it's tough at the moment because I have so much work. And I really want to, I want to finish my game and focus on game development and not do all of the other stuff. But I'm making meaningful changes to the game and I can see the result in wish lists. And it's not attention. Appeal. I can see it in how many wish lists I get and in the appeal. The game is getting better and I'm happy about that. That means we are moving forward. Curly Forest. I called it Curly Forest, man, didn't I? Or was it Murky Waters? I think it's Murky Waters. I need to rename that. Let's see here. And then we have to have a different position. Map position. OG players would still call it Cakez TD. Guys, when I'm finally done with the game, and I hope that it will be remotely successful, you know what we're gonna do? I really want to do this because it will be such a great memory lane experience. I want to download, prepare before the stream, of course, download all of the different playable versions at different steps in time and see how the game changed over time. It's like going back in time and looking at my very old GitHub repository, right? Starting from the initial commit to all the way, like the OpenGL arc, the Vulkan arc, engine rework arc, first time doing font arc. That would be a nice one. Yeah, I really want to do that because that will be amazing. That will be a great, like seeing how we improved, right? And what were the different problems of the different versions? Why did we do what we do now? I feel like that would not only be interesting, but also very educational. So yeah. But it's probably a year away at this point, like doing that. Because first we need to release this game, and I'm hoping to release early access this year. Okay, so that is the Murky Waters map, which is not what I want actually. I think it was Deep Forest or something. We need to rename that. So that's not what I want, but we are interested in the Goblin Camp, this map right here. That's the good one. Okay, so we have scripted enemies, and now it says that there are... Oh, it shouldn't call... No, what is it called? It shouldn't count 7. Level info at the top. Okay, wait. Level info, level info at the top. That should be here. What? Okay. Let me see here. Enemies left to spawn here. So this would be the active enemies, I think. Maybe. Plus game state enemies count? Oh wait, the left to spawn is right, but then this level state... Active enemies. What makes sense here, guys? There's purple enemies now that are located by the roads like heroes, Cakes? Yeah, they are guarding their camp. And this is the camp of the Tangerines. Who gave your map a 1-star rating? No, these are the challenges, but we'll work on that still. What graphics API do you use? DirectX. Okay, so I'm hoping... And then we also need to change... the scripting here. So this needs to be round index 1, and then this needs to be round index 2. So wait, round index 1 is round 2. It's really annoying. I should probably just... You know what? I will do this in update enemy. I will do end round -1, and then we can say the generic end round is 0. There we go. I think that's better. Then we restart. I don't know, when is it good? Let's see what happens. Enemies spawning. Maybe we'll just place 2 of these guys. First mod I'll install is to change the name to Cakez TD. Second mod is grass. To use the texture you had in the Pong game. The Pong game? Pong game? Oh, I see. The third mod will be to change the sound effects for the unit upgrade. Oh, it has 4,976. so there's definitely something wrong. Two. I know what to do. Update. Oh my god, stop. Update level. Needs to do level state. Here, reset values. Level state. Active enemies is 0. I forget to reset it. That's important. Oh my god. Okay, so now it's 2. Aha. Yeah, they kept increasing here, which is why. How many levels do I have? Oh, we got this. Oh, I'm so dumb. I should. Oh my god. Okay, fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. We can do it. It's still possible. Oh my god, he's the only one. I'm so dumb. Sorry, I have to restart because I was stupid. What about you? Homing missile. Damage attack radius. Maybe this guy is strong. I can yeah, I can get that. Oh my god, he can attack them. That's amazing. I didn't think about that. LOL. He can attack these guys because of his range.
Touch? No.
Dude, just subscribe.
That's crazy. And now he can't see these guys because they're out of range. He's gonna hit this guy. Watch. 9, 7, 6, 3. Oh my god. That's amazing. Doch Rainer, thank you very much for subscribing, man. Come on. Attack. Burn him. Bro, you're weak. What? Good. Good. He's almost dead. Uh-huh. Boom. Ah, he got unlucky. He didn't burn him. Okay, well. He's weak. Damn. The archer's much better. Okay, let's see. Now, round 1, these two should move. Huh? Why don't they move? We definitely have... the end round. Wait, they patrol all the time. They need to look at the level state to see if they should patrol or not. Seems I forgot to cancel Prime, so here's a sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's the music playlist banger? I don't think we have a playlist command, do we? Oh man, no we don't. I'll show you. Here you go. So wait. We want to patrol if the level state or game state. Level state dot round index. Our current round index is as long as this is greater, we want to patrol. So when it's 0, we don't. Okay, let's test. Now these guys should move. Please, only you two move, please. What do you mean, man? So wait, the end round is 2. And the round index is 1. Uh-huh. Okay, but these are not the only ones. Huh? End round is 2. End round is 2. End round is 3. 3? 4. 2. Hä? Am I stupid? Wait. That's so odd. I'm gonna put some at 0 to see if they move. The first ones... Oh, wait. Huh? It undid this? Didn't I put this to 1? Round 1? I want them to move on round 1. And then, so they will move immediately. Right? Why don't they move? Maybe I need to restart? I don't understand. Okay, what I want to do now is just get rid of these. So I only have 2 to debug. First mod is I'll install is the fun mod. Oh, you think it won't be fun? Just wait. Okay, so the ranger is really strong against these goblins. Okay, so now update enemy. Here. So what happens? The round is 1 minus 1. It needs to be greater. Doesn't it? The round at which I stop is 0. So wait, we patrol until round 1. So in the next round, it should be fine. I think. So if we are able to survive the first round, it should be okay. And so guys, do you think the number 2 here is confusing or not? What do you think this number 2 says? Can you explain? Can you figure this out, guys? Two kills. 2 enemies left. Yeah, but what do we have on screen right now? Do you understand it? Oh, now they move. They move now. It works. Oh. It actually works. Nani? Uh-oh. They come together with the enemies. Uh-oh. They lose. Okay, so they got this guy down. Was it 2 enemies currently on the path? Cool. So it does work. This is what I want to get to. And now I think what I can do is the following. They still attack me. You see this? I can place a unit right next to this guy, but he attacks me back. Watch. He's gonna attack again, hopefully. Is he gonna win or lose? Yeah. So now I could potentially just put this guy here, but they shouldn't be attacking each other. Or is the game running already? Oh, it is running. Yeah, then that should be it. Lol boy, my man, see you tomorrow, bro. Awesome! That's how I want it to be. Nice. Now I can put all of the different enemies on the map and make them defend locations, and you can slowly take the map. I don't think that has been done like that before, guys. Or name me a tower defense game where you have something like this. That could be something I lean into heavily. Oh, that's cool, man. So we're playing RTS. Okay, now I have a little bit of time. Let's engage with a troll in chat, okay? Now, I'm gonna first tell you what an RTS is. And then I'm gonna ask you how you could possibly think this. A real-time strategy game is where you build up a base in real time without pausing, collecting resources to build up your base, to build units, to uncover the map, to take over the enemy that you're playing against in, did I say real time? And on top of that, you can buy different upgrades to train to make your units stronger. And when you're running out of resources that you're mining in one particular part of the map, you're going to another particular part of the map to expand. That is an RTS. How could you confuse an RTS with this? What makes you possibly think that what I just built is an RTS game? I could have just ignored your message, but I mean, I'm kind of like, I have already a W in my book. So I'm happy. I'm already... So we can just engage a bit. I think I'm able to drag my unit and tell them to move. No, you're not. Once you place the unit, they are locked in place. Where can you move? You think? Huh? And Rico is another troll, so we're gonna ignore all of his messages. Could you do it if you place the hero too close? Have an alarm sound that spawns huge numbers of enemies right away? Sure. I mean, that would be like a crazy script. But yeah. They have lags, why not, Cakes? Are you lost? I'm asking you again, what element of this is an RTS game? An RTS game is completely different. Where are the buildings? Where is the resources that I gather? Where do you see wood being mined? Where is stone? Where is the gold mine? What's the drama today? All people are telling me that I'm making an RTS game now. There are tents. Just add it real quick. Ah, okay, just add it really quickly. So you can be right and I need to defend myself while I'm making an RTS game. I'm asking what is the best compiler for using with STL3. Doesn't really matter what compiler you're using, mate. What matters is the game at the end that comes out. But, I mean, you can use the Clang compiler. You can use MSVC compiler, the CL compiler from Microsoft. They all work, man. They're all good. Maybe not so much GCC, sounds a bit complicated, but Clang and MSVC are good choices. Yeah. There is no universal best compiler out there. And I know this is really difficult to understand because this is something you have to deal with when learning C++. But the choice ultimately does not matter too much. What matters at your stage is that you learn the language. And you're only learning the language by just going with something and then typing in code and doing something with that. That will be way more important than the type of compiler you choose. Basically, this type of question, which needs to be answered, of course, because that's how C++ works, is a time waster. Because it doesn't matter. Totally not matters. Doesn't matter at all. You will, you know, exactly. That is a good point. You will figure out what you need. These types of questions, you can only answer them once you have already been playing. Sorry, not playing. When you have already invested a huge... How do you say that in English? I'm using GCC and I'm having a lot of issues. I'm using GCC and I'm having a lot of issues. Yeah, I heard that GCC isn't that great. I would advise you to use Clang or... what is it called? What is the other one called? Why do I forget this? Let me see here. I want to do this here. Oh, but he can't attack them then. What if I place him like perfectly here? That was dumb. This guy's ready to hit me. Oh no. That is not good. At least this guy didn't notice me, so hey. That's crazy. Oopsie. Yeah, basically, I would use Clang or the MSVC compiler from Microsoft to start out. They are easier to use. And you will know what you need once you have invested some amount of time into C++. And you know the language, you have run into some compiling issues, you will only be able to answer that question yourself then. And it will make sense to you, because you will have tried out different options. Right now, it's more important to learn the language. MSVC. Absolute gold playlist. Thanks, boss. Sure, Rico. Anyways, guys, so look at this. I'm killing these two guys. This guy is kind of dying, though. And he will... Yeah, I mean, I can heal him a bit. We'll see. He's gonna get attacked. He's gonna survive. And we haven't scripted the healer breaking out of the cage yet. But he is going to survive, at least this round. I'm pushing the Godot agenda. Why are Tangies crippled? Unity is on top. What do you mean Unity is on top? Cakez, your game isn't a TD though. Where are your towers? Where are the upgrades? Okay, it's getting actually really tiring to read these messages because they're always the same, Rico. You know, it's always some message that makes absolutely no sense. Did you build all of this UI without libraries? This is amazing. I guess, yeah, I did. I should mix it up. Yeah, you kind of should like mix it up in a way. Yeah, true. There's also the same sentiment, bro. Fuck Cakez. We've read this a million times. No, Tangies will not be able to move because it's tower defense game. If you want Tangies to move, make your own game. I will probably add in options that allow me to move the tangerines using abilities, but that will be it. Once you place a tangerine, it's a strategic choice where to place them. I don't care. Let's not engage with the... See, this is what happens, guys, when you engage with the trolls. You make no progress, and they just keep going. I cannot make this a battle royale, bro. See, firefighters can't stop. Like, I never said that RTS are not strategic since you can move. What I mean by strategic choice, and that's the last thing, then we'll just move on. What I mean by strategic choice is that the placement in a tower defense game matters a lot, because if you place a unit really well, it can hit as many units, it can hit a lot of units and deal the most amount of damage. So placing a unit is a strategic choice, and you learn how to place your units better by playing more tower defense games. And so that's why. For example, give you a good example here. Placing a tower here is a good choice because the tower here can cover 2 lanes. Placing a tower here is bad because you can effectively only hit half as many units here. So this is a better choice and will result in double damage compared to this. That's what I mean by strategic choice. But I know that you're just saying that to like engage in rage bait, because you know this. You know this. See, and now you're questioning the entire idea of a tower defense game. So when you're engaging with these trolls, for anyone that wants to stream, when you're engaging with these trolls, this has no end. So right now I have a person in my chat telling me that a tower defense game is a bad game because you cannot change the placement of your towers. Can you believe it, guys? Can you believe this? Think about that. Now tower defense games are bad because you cannot move the towers. That makes Bloons a bad game, Kingdom Rush a bad game, Elements TD a bad game. How many games do we have? Oh, Bloons TD5 is also bad. I just got a game idea from this trash talk, yeah. Do you work as a programmer? If so, where do you work and what do you do? I can't tell you where I work. It's a small firm though, it's not a big firm. And I do work with websites. But right now I'm, how do you say that? Supporting like an old, very, very old program that has nothing to do pretty much with coding, but basically just configuring the old program. And I had to learn the entire program as well. I had to take a class essentially to learn it. No one says it, so stop putting words into my mouth. Okay, so that's actually the last one. You didn't say that a tower defense game is bad, but what you implied with what you're saying was good and bad is relative. Why you're making it absolute? You're asking me why I'm making the positioning of a tower absolute. Which implies that positioning the tower, or the position of the tower being absolute, isn't great. Because that was essentially what you said before. The towers should move. So by your assumption, by your idea, towers should move. So now you put these two together. Basically, you're saying you don't like that towers don't move. So, like, that's the idea of a tower defense game. Like, what you want to do about that. I am not going to change that, because that will fundamentally break the game. Your common sense is not common, Cakes? I think it's common sense, yeah. It is. You just look at the words that have been said, and you combine them together. It's, like, not difficult. Well, like, we are arguing about if a tower should move. And I'm only engaging with this because we got quickly to what I wanted today. I'm happy. I'm really happy that we can now script enemies. And, well, they don't follow the patrol points yet. But for now, I don't need patrol points. I will add patrol points in probably later. It's literally just an index that they need to keep track of. And then the index changes based on the patrol points reached. And then it is essentially a... You can do differently, right? If you have 3 points, you can move back and forth between the points, or you could do a chain. No, is it called a ring buffer? Basically, you move from point A to B, from B to C, and then from B, not back to... no, wait, from A to B and B to C, from C to B, or you could go from C to A and loop around. Like, there's multiple ways to do this, but I don't need patrols right now. So, yeah. Probably some SAP software. I can't tell you guys. I would like to, but yeah. Anyways, tower defense games are good. They can be while watching a video, yeah, or even playing another game. I guess it's better than scrolling. I don't think you can play Plants vs Zombies while playing another game. You need to pick up sunflowers, bro. Unless you're really good at doing 2 things at the same time. I think you need to look at where the sunflowers land, bro. So Plants vs Zombies is a really good game. So yeah, anyways, I'm very happy about this. We can now effectively position the units in a way where they attack the enemies, and I can place a tower and at the same time clear out the map to open up more spots to put towers on. And so that is another strategic element to tower defense games that I can play around with. So for example, I could make it so that there's a really good spot on the map, and we need to make sure that we unlock that spot before too many enemies spawn, because only with that spot makes it easier to beat the map. Not impossible, right? You could have other spots that work too, but yeah, you could fight for territory on the map, essentially. Once you have reached the territory, you can basically defend incoming waves of enemies. And you could make it so that there's like a bunch of scripted enemies in a place, and at some point they slowly walk to another patrol point or something. It's not an RTS game. I don't know what your problem is, man. That's a pretty cool mechanic. Yeah, I think so. We can work around with this. Yeah, I think so too. Have I played Nordhold, the new tower defense game? I have not, but I heard about it. It looks really good, yeah. Let's see how it goes, like how it does right now, actually. Where is it? Wait, didn't I have? Let's see. Let me see here. Nordhold. How is it doing? Oh, 1,000 reviews, you guys. Really good. Cakes, can you move the tangies? Just like sell it and place it again? Yeah, of course you can sell a tangerine and then place another tangerine somewhere else. But you're not gonna get 100% of your gold back. That's the point. Once you place one, it is somewhat stable there. You can't move it away. Unless you have special abilities. How many Oh, wow. That's a lot of players. How did it go, man? Bruh. So it definitely has hit the peak, I think. I think they can only hit another peak if like a big streamer plays it. Or if they do a big update. But man, I think they have won it. Yeah, fast. Tangy TD is dog. Ah, okay, bro. You can say that. 11,000 followers. Man, I need to see the journey. Yeah, we're gonna deep dive this, guys. Probably next week. How long? Like they started 2014, 2024, and then for a long time they didn't have any followers. For like multiple, and then this was a promotion. Maybe in Steam Next Fest, I don't know. It would be cool to find some resources in how they did it, what they did, and then it slowed down again, and then this is not release, maybe some other stuff. We'll have to see. Looks really good. Next week again, I already said that. Look when I came online today. It's already 6 p.m. You know. I just have to work. What am I supposed to do, man? I'm trying my best, but hey. I wish it was different, bro. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I need to earn money so we can, you know, live. I want to stream more. I hate this, you know. I really do. So yeah, I hope that releasing the game will make it better. I will be more consistent because I don't have to work and then call customers. Make it different. I'm working on it. Isn't 200 viewers enough for full time? No, definitely not. Definitely not. Even if I stream twice as much, which would result in twice the revenue, it would barely not be enough. Yeah, I don't beg for money. Like, I don't do that. I don't like doing that, yeah. 400 to 500 is full-time range. In a way, yes. But your YouTube grows a long way as well, usually. Usually. Not always the same. Not always the case, but usually, yes. So, Twitch and YouTube revenue combined, multiplied by 2. Yes, that would be enough. Probably better times 3. To be honest. So we are a long way away from that. Times 2ing your audience and times 3ing your audience, that's no easy task, you guys. You know, it takes a lot of... Better times 200? Yeah, times 200, bro. Of course. You can't go part-time with the job? Right now I can't. I am already part-time. Right now I cannot, because it's dependent on the customers. If the customers are not happy, then we are not getting paid. So that makes me obsolete. So no. Not obsolete, but in that case, like, we have invested so much time and effort, it would just be lost, you know. And that would suck, of course. So there's no other way. What you do beside game dev? Work for a company and do different things like web development, fix problems essentially, like computer problems. Mostly related to web development, though. You need a driving license to drive on that map? Ah, okay, Nicole. Okay, bro. Tech support, yeah, in a way. I'm already part-time, so... It just takes over at the moment, because it's a customer situation, right? It's like, you release a game, and everyone is crashing in your game, for example, right? You can't just say, hey, guys... I'm only gonna fix the crashes for an hour today and I'll come back tomorrow. No, the customer's not gonna wait for you, you know? It's like, I'm gonna play another game here. I don't care. I'm the customer. I'm supposed to be, you know, the one that's the king. You know, that's what they're gonna say. Fossen is playing the gay game, yeah? Alright, I mean... Prime played Gay TD, he did not. I did it right the first time. I'm gonna rate Prime. I think there's no one else online, right? Or Jackie Coates, but she's playing a game. Yeah. Right now I'm using SDL3 with OpenGL API. Hey, that's amazing! SDL3 is very stable. You can make good games in SDL3, man. Now make a game. We're not gonna watch Gay TD. He's not playing the Gay TD. 1 year of streaming full-time anniversary. Ah, so that sounds like an interesting stream. I'm gonna send you guys over to Mr. Prime, okay? Anyways, guys. I'm gonna go outside, take a stroll with Zoe, because it's still reasonably good outside, and then continue working, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. I'll try to be on time tomorrow. Should be better tomorrow, okay, guys? Today was a rough day. Really rough day. So, I apologize again. Sorry for the shitty times. I'll try my best to make it better. Okay, I'll try to keep you informed on Discord as well. So join Discord if you want to have updates. I usually have time to write there, and I don't always want to make an announcement. I usually type in general chat. Anyways, guys. Peace. See you tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you very much for the support and joining today. Have a wonderful day, evening. Bye. Peace, peace. See you as well.